There are these guys who decry the fact that women are hypergamous. Yeah, they act all butthurt about it, right? They're all like, oh, these fucking bitches are hypergamous. They just want the guy with the biggest wallet or whatever, you know, blah, blah, blah. Evil women, blah. Which is just incredibly fucking stupid if you think about it, okay? Because number one, it's not just that women are hypergamous, men are too. Oh, you claim that you're not hypergamous? Really? Then how come you sort of like ignore the fatty and, you know, lock eyes on the hottie, huh? How come you only want the pretty young thing and the old bag who's like pushing 40, you sort of like ignore her, huh? How does that work out, huh? Yes, of course, because we always and in every situation want the best. We are always striving to better our situation, now aren't we? Oh yeah, and don't lie to me that you don't. I mean, how many times have you been like dating the frumpy girl and you had your eye out for the hot girl, and if the hot girl turned your way, you dump the frumpy girl in an instant and go for the hot one, huh? I mean, how many times has that happened? Oh, it hasn't happened to you? Because it sure as shit has happened to me, and I've done it. We've all done it. We all men want better, younger, tighter, hotter. All of us want that. No different from women. So it's not an issue that only women are hypergamous. Both men and women are hypergamous. And therefore, since we are hypergamous, then we can actually use it to our advantage. Now, can't we? Of course we can. Since women are hypergamous, they become predictable because they want certain things. And if you provide those certain things, then they will come to you, now won't they? Yeah, it's like when you're fishing. You know, you're fishing and you have your fishing rod, and what do you put on the hook? Do you put like a gummy bear on it? No, of course not. You don't put a gummy bear on the hook, because if you do, no fish is going to try to eat it, right? No, you put a worm. Why? Because fish eat worms. They don't eat gummy bears. Same with women and hypergamy. Women want a better mate. So how do you show yourself to be a better mate? By fixing yourself up. Yeah. You want the hotter woman? Fix yourself up so you become attractive to them. Don't just bitch and moan about the fact that they're hypergamous. That's just stupid. That's like complaining that the fish don't eat the fucking gummy bear. Yeah. Of course they're not going to eat the gummy bear. Of course hot women are not going to like a guy who's looking like shit, all disheveled, you know, unshaved with lousy clothes. She's not going to like that guy. So to blame her is foolish as blaming the fish for not wanting to eat the gummy bear. You got to give them what they want. You got to give them the thing that they are attracted to. And the fact that they are hypergamous makes them predictable. You can anticipate what it is that they want. And if you can anticipate what it is that they want, you can be there so as to get them, so as to hook them. Yeah, think of it like putting the worm on the hook. Yeah. If you put a worm on the hook, I'm really glad I came up with this metaphor just now. Oh yeah, it just fits everything to a T. If you present yourself in a way that will attract hypergamous women, you're going to get the best women. Because who are the best women? They're the choosiest because they know their value. I'm not talking about entitled girls, you know, the fat girl with the muffin belly or whatever it's called, right? Who's just like slobbery and greasy and thinks that she's entitled to attend. No, fuck those girls. I'm talking about actual girls with actual merit, actual value. See, of course they're going to be hypergamous, and they are going to be rationally hypergamous, because a woman of quality, a woman who's a lady, who's intelligent, who dresses well, who wants to have a family and have children, well, of course she is going to be looking for a guy who's as good as she can get. That's perfectly reasonable. No different from you wanting the hottest girl that you can get, now isn't it? So if you want the best girl, anticipate what she wants. She wants a guy who signals to the world that he's successful. Act successful, dress successfully, groom yourself, look the part. Because often as not, you know, I've noticed that most people, oddly enough, and most women in particular, they're not psychic. Weird, isn't it? But they can't look into your head and know what a great guy that you are. They, oddly enough, do not have that psychic ability. They can only go by your exterior. So create an exterior that attracts them. Don't be acting and behaving and dressing and looking like you are a girl repellent. Don't act that way. Of course not, okay? Put the worm on the hook. Don't put the fucking gummy bear. Now, a final note on those guys who bitch and moan about hypergamy. Frankly, they're sore losers. Simple as that. They're sore losers, or they're lazy, or whatever the fuck. They have problems. They have problems because it's perfectly natural to want the best mate. See, we see this not just in people. It's not just that people are hypergamous. Every fucking animal on the face of this earth is hypergamous. I mean, look at the fucking peacocks, for crying out loud, right? A peahen will only go for the peacock with the biggest tail, with the biggest, the most luxurious tail, okay? It's stupid, yes it is. But that's the reality. Do you see peacocks and peahens all complaining about the situation that they're in? No, of course not, because that's the way it is, and they deal with what they've got. The guys who are complaining about hypergamy are just, they're being stupid. They're being stupid, and they're being, I want to be nice to these guys, but they irritate me so goddamn much. See, we are all, every species on this earth, we are striving to get the best mate that we can. Monkeys, the insects, birds, bees, everybody. All the animals on this earth are striving to get better mates. And human beings are no different because we are animals. We have certain unique abilities that no other species on this earth has. The ability to understand that there is a future and that we can do things today that will affect our future, the capacity for rational thought. A whole host of issues that we human beings are unique in the animal kingdom. But that does not mean that we are not animals, and it does not mean that we are exempt from the laws that all animals share, all the laws of behavior that all animals share. And one of those laws is hypergamy. Oh yeah. And so since women are ruled by hypergamy, just as you are, well then, use it to your advantage, because women do. Have you noticed? Yeah, women recognize that guys want the hottest girls. And so what do? They wear nice clothes. Yeah. And they fix their hair and they use makeup. Why do you think they wear makeup? To hide their flaws so that they attract a better mate. That's why they do it. They are playing to men's hypergamy, and they are playing successfully to it. Yeah, you ever seen a model without makeup? You ever seen what a model actually looks like without the nice hair and the nice clothes and shit? I have. Oh yeah. They don't look even a tenth as good as in the pictures. Oh no. Why? Because they fix themselves up to fool you. To fool you into thinking that they are more attractive than they actually are. Why? Because they are playing to your hypergamy. And see, that's the thing that's going on. See, both sides are subject to hypergamy. Both sides, men and women. But see, women at least are honest about it, and men, especially guys who are losers in the sexual marketplace, or guys who are too chicken shit to dive into the sexual marketplace, which is more often not the case. Well, those are the guys who are complaining about it. See, women, do you hear them complaining? No. At most, they're going to complain that makeup is so fucking expensive. At most. But they're not going to be complaining about the game, because they recognize that the game has to be played, and to get all upset about it, to get all into a twist about it, to complain and bitch and moan, it doesn't help you. Actually, there is one group of women who does complain about the hypergamy game that women are forced to play, no different from men. You know which group complains about it? Feminists. Yeah, they're the only ones who complain about it. Yeah, and they hate the beauty industry. Now, have you noticed something about feminists though? That they're really fucking ugly? Yeah? Why do you think that they complain so much about the beauty industry, the slavery of the beauty industry? Why do you think that they complain so much about it, huh? Because they're ugly. Because they're failures in the sexual marketplace. That is why the feminists complain. So you can be like the hot girls who recognize that men are hypergamous and therefore play the game and try to manipulate and maneuver men into thinking that they're more attractive than they actually are by their clothes and hair and makeup. You can be like those girls and do the same. Or you could be like the frumpy feminist bitches who are ugly as sin and who will never get a quality guy and therefore complain. Which do you want to be, huh? Because, me, I want to be like the hot, sexy girl, or better yet, be with her.